kwan every in the community aba the district capital a obetimi atena nso be 10 hours ansa na wabedu.
Wow.
Almost so move by road. In fact, some kodi akure say we over 222 communities so. And I mean 127 polling stations. In the impono, say electoral commission near agents or bear registration no polling center by polling center. And look, I still will have to transport people from around communities to be able to get to the polling station. Say, Yenfani say, Obi Ewo, Yakoba Kwe Frewo, Agodeke Hejuro, which is on the Duja government reserve land in Oswa. Ahohina Yetwa Ba. Ube was a Nipani person of Bad Donko, which is the district capital. I do offer boats. If we Agodeke, the Belgian bear 80 Ghana cities, and San Wakwa could do Abutiase. Okudu Abuja say obefa bus aba bedru pandu eno se beje be 35 Ghana cedis ansa na wafa a car aba bedru ye fe be pandu toko nso na no eno so ye beje be 10 Ghana cedis ansa na wafa ferry wafa pantu nankasa eno so ye beje be 12 Ghana cedis ansa na wa be cross Abba, which is the river bank, no, and our landing beach, and also a 4 Agodeke, and also which are 12 Ghana cities. Odu, so nano hoswa, which are 20 Ghana cities, and San Wafaka, Abba Bedru, Donkoko, which is the district capital. In Sawukani Nabu money in and out, no, he's spending close to 350 Ghana cities. Empono, so we share distance the time now. Like as one day is already gone. Into Nipababedu district capital, hono. Like I said, be na EC office there's all that maybe or better, which will be probably also costing. And sana ne didim na the chair. That's a one year busier with me go ahead with the registration. Most of these communities they toss on say limit a Ghana national ID, a Ghana card, Ghana card. Most of these communities and almost and muding. International Sani Panoba only Ghana card. Into your Sanya Dia guarantees very true. It's your transportation, and some of it's we about to do a district capital. Into the Kani na Buma, Nami Busani say, if you have a 18 years, and now say 18 years and above. Now, if you are on your Jumada, obey then when you saw, and I will raise Sassikawi. Ama nipa me I am registered, which is stipulated in Yankasaya Constitution. And my quine say, Obiara, every person of sound mind already for 18 years and above, no, see it me registered in order for the person to exercise his or her franchise. And what I am paying the no, about what they privilege, into you be any right, a privilege, but they make kind of say. Even voters' ID cards, so here a constitution or that's the constitution of Ghana now, and you're about to open the editor. So, Empo, a baby person or appointment, say, be a chief executive and a minister of state. That's all you're registered as a friend is saying, voters register now. You don't qualify. Apart from that, Krampono, there are other conditions. In fact, and opportunities are here. Voters register. Nema ubi biara. Into no me jitu say. And yes, so it is a privilege into pa. No ababe. Yes, who say. Yes, ubi biara. Enya sa kwanyano na otimi ebabe trinity. Maybe a speaker. Adeba kwa mesa actual abaso no say. We are kani hinano. Nyame person me can say. Ghana Electoral Commission recognizes and identifies with the peculiarity and challenges of their families.
Okay.
I didn't make a since yes, that's it. 1992 and we seen then. The person make Magana 40 years say Afam Plains is the only constituency out of the 275 constituencies of Ghana ha. Electoral Commission. Because of proximity no challenges, they deliver election materials by airlifting. The helicopter and they do election materials. around, which means to say they recognize that communities are not districts, it is farm plains, they have peculiar nature. They have to be treated special. In the electoral commission to me designing one size fit approach, say, Obian to Kwame Appiah, the district capital, now Umbra Metro for limited registration. Let me say, no dear, me mechanism only Ghana for ending ye. And now me raise this kind of awareness, so we raise free. Now, men kai will say, their communities like their farm plains and our district almost so no proximity near the how my dream. Into Baya and car. Electoral Commission almost expanding registration center and now they should make some special arrangements for districts. I just say farm plains and important send your Kabi Mamin Kabi Amamo, which is a Democrat now, and now we are so proud of a bit near Dimu. If you say said that's right to vote, and so this way we are expressing the view. So we are nipa way and our by way and so many and ask me away and so many This nano through nipa bit me exercising the franchise and I would not wait to me actually agree. Inti say ye bibi emane yes say canipano was a massa. And say at the end of the day it raises a lot of issues at the end means that one more mine and konenim.
Very well. Now in 2020 registration exercise, how did the Electoral Commission deal with your constituency in particular?
2020 were police centers. Okay. And look, me and Kasami deploy over 45 motor bicycles. We had to be able to transport people from nearby villages and some of nearby police stations.
Okay.
There was a challenge of and because of lack of electrification and electricity, I had to provide for generators and the fuel so that the Electoral Commission can do its work. It wasn't simple and it wasn't easy. But I may kind of say it was still definitely better than a current arrangement, a Electoral Commission or the Egu because let's just say only part of you say about 4 years. I'm not seeing any development in my constituency and in my community. It's what will be that person's motivation to go through all this hurdle. So on register, but Mr. Sumiji to say you'll be right into Yamodiana Yambwa na Electoral Commission Yamami Mensa on be na dream na kumum na on Ghana for because me sure say me pe and I might raise some of these concerns. Ghana for to do na adomagia abe tuja into not yen share kwaya be fast yebwa na yetiom impose a budgetary allocation in almost so they don't have enough resources. I think say the right thing for them to do is on back to Parliament. Now you deliberate over it. Now say yes to see the another to movie. Then you bet me allocate more funding. Now bet me send you fata. I think say with respect to your democracy, it's me.
Very well. But do you have a fair idea of a year? The estimated numbers are likely to register our constituency.
Trust me, 2020. It was a total general registration.
Yes.
I will be opportunity.
Yes.
We were able to register a total of 43,000 people.
Okay.
What I say, and to say who said 3 years down the line, your registration,
exactly.
And look, I can also tell you that even with that exercise, no beyond it me register. And so we still have people in the system till date, almost year registered. And Sana, 3 years, and almost 18 years in the last 3 years, it be Anna and now 21, it be Enya 19, it be Enya 20 years, basically, almost year registration. And I think, so would do any boomer, a quiet, a huge number.
Okay.
We cannot afford to fail them. We cannot afford to fail them. I say, "He na yetimi to 2 year near my year. Send your beya, edumano, and answer registration. A bekosu send your say and then your fata."
Okay. I wish you well. Now, so far, no easy. Petition woman, no one more response be yet.
Oh, no, bear to say last week, minya response from EC's office.
Okay.
I no. One more just to indicate to say on Sakame petition. Now they are yet to sit on it as a committee. Now we discuss a further on the way to go. I mean the way forward. Seriously, I'm keeping my fingers crossed, and I'm very hopeful in my heart to say, Oman Kasa identify with the numerous challenges now. Ma enumerate media in so obiting so from me. I mean, when you look at all the inconveniences that we would say, these are people like point to them say, what makes me a human and so more that time ama Ghana yehina yesiade yetumi.
Okay. Abo, I wish you well in this endeavor. Bibi any best and wedding come be. Why?
Mr. Speaker, Medase, Parliament.
Mr. Medase, thank you. And the Honorable Betty Nana Efia Crosby Mensa and Menino Edin Kombono, Member of Parliament, Edema, from Plains, and one so the consensus our war and one the constituency. The constituency no say over 200 communities and the teams you so. And you know, a very difficult. Say one more ever travel all the way from the islands, Iowa Water Lake, Esono, na afe one more Badonko Krum, which is the district capital. Say one more Baba Bay registration. I mean, proximity wise, a idea say it would take you a whole day to travel that length of journey. And actually, the cost involved over 300 cities all spend it. Say and quiet transport, all in the name of your control your din na yetimi atuaba. Now oba na yentimi and register wa SSL ope baby da. Oya ne nu so a obekọ no wasan so aba. I mean, the difficulties associated with the system and on so amayati as peculiar to the constituency. Many other members of parliament are equally raising same concerns about electoral commission initiative and home komo ana yedino 56 after 7 Kessben 92.9 Maakye Jumedie esoni mede Kwame Appiah Kubi. Now there is also another leak tape audio video tape aba abontin so about this same brouhaha ekoso between a year before the committee in parliament that has to do with a leak tape and then some allegations are encrophobia making against the Inspector General of Police. We are also told, sir, Nyamiya Aduma free now what you are besimuno aircon. Likely, sir, committee of inquiry ebetimi ashe na womo ashe say womo betimi invite Ura Ekufu Dampare the IGP. Ma yenko na yentie na yenhwe sa video we Emrampacho join here e wo Facebook eso nafa wadwenche ni nyina ebra. Ma yentie na yenhwe emra yeba yebeto aso ne wedding komo.
I'll tell you I'm gonna share.
No, we will not go anything and look. Your share and our share need to come one place.
What I'm saying is that because I wanted to tell you.
We are telling us to shoot.
Where that is?
Listen, I come. Are telling us when you get your share, we will not.
Look, I don't want old man to know that I'll come and use lie to him and give the appointment I was going for my back kick. That's how it's going to be. I don't want that thing to happen. But that's why I'll call you. Come. Let me
if
but you are coming to keep quiet. You are telling lies again.
So now you are going to say it. He wants
me and I'm also assuring Chairman that
you listen.
Woman,
take time.
listen, I swear God, what I plan, like Chairman Noma, hey, I swear God, then from Monday to Friday, because our entry shows that they will give you money. If they didn't give us, I'll not come here. I swear, I'll go and tell President, we brought you Dampare for you. They give you contract, and the Dampare do this. So Olma should not trash you.
Not trash you.
Do. Fine. And I'll go and let the issue go.
I went there with you. When I came out, what did I tell you in the car? Didn't I tell you that Michael has surprised me? That them party said,
they are giving the money. Yes.
Did I?
Yes.
That I should call him. Since then, I think we got
No.
So if I don't do anything, then I was shocked. And that's why I wanted to call you. My brother, this Kamanga people shouldn't be there. This is when I went to see them Paris. This is what they told me. When Michael came in yesterday, what did I tell you? I told him I didn't see them Paris. Is that not what I told him?
Yes.
So I don't want to deal it to him and later you blame me, I'll blame you.
Okay.
So what Dampare told me yesterday, he has signed the contract with Michael. He has paid him money. I was expecting him to tell me, how am I going to get our share? This is what I wanted to go into the matter. So I told him, what I asked was, but why Michael doesn't say anything? And you yourself too, you told this boy that the money will come to me.
I will say that is a year Chief Bukri na abu na enkomo no akwakoye bebre abigafo atuna se anopei na yeba ababede ho enkomo. It's exactly 8 o'clock on the dot. Mame Emma Chase ache na memano akwaba. Babe imagine
Speaker Mejoso
na empom design
ade ache yentino
ada form boko
ye dia sida bema yankopon na ya kase do nyema no nye enam fine no ye wogidie se ebeyi entino bibia ye possible
na na de ho na person tina.
It is possible because so we producer hame me trust I know we are ban no abaye say the have no bagawaya or mo mahabu or ba as well man
boys national
I want to tell me my man yeah
we can not saying
we can
it's been an eventful week
yeah we can do I cost net tiama if we say GTP for you bet me agina mu ama ni omakwa de na kusi as but unfortunately no omatro in the towel too early and no amwame I sell me plans I say and I sell me plans and other near my so left and right so I probe we like an eventful week you know me person me take the wind out of the scene you bet train they drew honma near one na aka and I'm a gab about them said assembly
signal near clear mummy no so maban temper
ben that's you elite
was it was it no do watch your home can we imagine
Yeah, Kwame.
na ebom design
Mr. Speaker, I don't.
na de na mummy no nyina mo bo wings
Mr. Speaker, see buy no dey abo, o see more rings no.
Oh, sir.
Na Makati K say baby ani e won near for see be strike. And defenders who were free poem into say Bobo no kura obi anu who would defend it, you know. Not just say. But aside that, I think say Mr. Speaker, we are come on. Like Minia Makati rightly said, there has been a lot within the week. But what I've realized in our current dispensation, you know, in communicating, and then they say, Mr. Speaker, now what we be and some neighbor in any so.
from a party in defense.
Mr. Speaker, just say
on all counts, no, you realize that there are new issues that keep bubbling up week on week. So it be all cry. Oh, you know, the fridge, so I want to mean PBO. And you know, this is what has happened. But I think, say, that notwithstanding, we are moving and we are surging on near say and near my bit to me akoye. Now Ghana so to me afa into my pa Ediefra.
Very well. Medas, the Kafu Amegana, Otenin, kind of member of the NPP's communication team. Now, woman, you know, Atunasi, you're trained a year citizen at all, and Benjamin in Sia said, woman, so ever join the year. Now, we'll begin with TPI, boy, just some few minutes ago. Now, Andra, the news was that COP Alex Mensah was interdicted. We woke up this morning to see another release from the Ghana Police Service indicating indictment, you know, Yetimi Aridro. Now, the question is that Eban is saying, Anna, ye interdict you be na afe yesanso Aridro same interdiction and no air concerns and for ebisa and pay yebedi and no and komo. Plus, the other tapes are eba mountains. They say the ebony in ano any audio beam a video wise. The question is that why not air planting those cameras around the people are one more air people are yeka womuhwasem in the ongoing fact-finding committee investigation one more air in parliament the attaching led committee. And no son komo ewo yewia yebeba Alan Diane so na afe yetimi atwa. So just say Mami Shasia was so. Na me ma 10 minutes na mintio.
Speaker, mami now as new producers. I heard for near T4. Na menka say audios are eba leak tapes ni na for. Me ya appointed Dampari. I'm on record to have said say min jin dise obetima be yenya yepe. But it got to a point I'm a born abaso when it came to the modification of the police head office. I know my born abaso publicly, main fancy. But specific to sa leak
Tapes, you know?
Tapes here by any Nyoma or more year, no. It gives credence to some of us your thinking. And it validates allegation and the superintendent ni your friend then COP Mensah a can before committee, you know. I say your car professionalism and then say udi emraso. Tape ni ba ye na pe nka before committee ni better say no. And I was a Dampari and our police administration no. I interdict obi bia eden or so that they cannot use omnipresent position to interfere with your friend the investigation. But mwanye mujane sa ema parliament tekid BNI for from echo trauma numu se parliament a share probe nasi. A month for kasa you are now having I was o interdictum you are ditching I was ye my suspended interdiction. What is and that decision to interdict and suspend the interdiction itself an indictment on the police administration. It means that you do not have people that advises you or you don't listen. It is either you don't know your job. So when you job when you are there at this stage of probe no ubi bia the baby explode. And I'm abre police service and ankasa. You see, there are serious allegations. Say Ghana police no, you are split into two.
Yeah.
It is between NDC and NPP. And you are dear Muntimi and delay. I'm telling you, you pama omo ye training police for tesa no haya. Sana soldiers ye training. You publish it that way. When was that published? But they have recruited and they are training people. That is why Obibetima concludes a party police. You see, in few years to come, the quality of police and our security personnel being Ghana and it will be very low. To Jumipa, say your biscuita, Shamema, and Aubenya. You can only liken Omo to Shamima biscuit because the quality keeps dwindling. On the league tape, I've had the opportunity of listening to watching the video. You see, a friend, Superintendent Makuno Eric. Okay. Is it Eric?
Yeah, Asari
was on record to have said, dampering a commission or a record tape no. COP Alex Mensah also can the same thing. In fact, Asari was on record to have told the committee, say, our videos, our recordings, just dampari, I offend Bugri Nabu, a agent of dampari. He said so to the committee. And no Americans and the uncle can send me in camera. Do you get it? So me, I am not surprised. I will share the other part of it now. Or see, I will be in Parliament. And you will hear. I am going to call Paul Adumochi and give him all the audios. And nearby there is a tip of the highway. So say as a baby Trinity. Everybody is struggling for himself. Oh, that part didn't act police for Nangaso man acting professionally. Do you get it? And no nema when you are releasing because once you interdict them, it means now you are on a vengeance spree. If you some more cancer, my own person may continue to interdict to stand a tear the end and say whatever they have not released, they are now releasing it. And with this one, I doubt if Dampari can survive this. Say, Utia Bugri Nabu 10,000 Ghana cedis a month. For what? So, or your paramount, or your chief, or your chief. Now, if you want to pay him for Omauma, can we pay them? 10,000 a month, Bugri Nabu pay. Contract in Maakye, 40,000 police in Pabua contract, a Maakye. This is how low the police service has become. Police service, they say, Abeye, your friend, Ofasi police service. It is Ofasi police service. We work for senior, and I did police service. A kahunta na me preach some time ago. So, young good service, no, yen tenner for fraud. Ye tenner for fraud, ye baby powers are ye dear 20. Police in Penyifono, a few months, a few president in some. Now, ya persistent, my bet media IGPs in Obibia or ye qualified, say, obey the police administration. No? But say, be jar in the hands of politicians, there, say ya nebeye. Say ya. Institution, bia politician deciding who leads it. This is what you will get.
Yes, but we've had presidents, we've had regimes, they made same appointments. IGPs no abaveyo mwejuma eko. We never got the intention, say, COPs be asori etia wamwejuma wamoye. You may have your own disagreement, but not to this extent.
Yes, I make cano. It got to this extent because this gentleman, Alex Mensah, Alex Mensah said, "Oye Yupini, according to him, Oye Yupini Mapa, he has been UP all his life before Kraoko Police. And UP, don't forget, UP 413 MPP.
Yeah.
And he's telling you, sir, he's a foundation member
of the
New Patriotic Party.
That one is not a problem.
It is a problem.
Why should it be?
That is what gave birth to the problem we are having today, the tapes. Because on TSS, we no now we UP ni o mo MPP.
Yeah, money IG.
And the party aba was some party where were the heart of MPP stronghold. Not anywhere Manshia Police Divisional Command. Was wayenu Bantama Jiso. Was some party ayawasu Westwogo Embassy na 2017 or no IGP position no abeda wona or lobby a manfama no enu nkoda asante apietuko ye opportunity was say mudimano man farmer no na mudima opomboenu opomboenu kwa na time so ye musa man contract me wa appointed deputy IGP ni nyina wanya bi 92.9 opomboenu awie na djuma na okwa between ono UPNI between ono George Alex Mensah Gam
Gam.
Yes.
Gam there gam.
Gam between ono any dampare a woye NDC ni dampare a owo Akatamanso route na mudi IGP ama dampare a then of course he's peeve. This is a grassroots politician. What I say? MPP organizer owo police mu na ejuma beto wa mantimi amfa mana he is peeved. The son tedia ye be say niema and a damn parents I say no so when they cost there I need to expose this officer. I say emotional intelligence, your ability to control your emotions. You must have emotional control. Mat me anyano on record there has been that engagement with Bugri. Why leak it? Some of these things you keep it for your personal use. You keep it for administrative use. Now, so that you be careful with the person you are dealing with, because you are at the same level. You can't vary his conditions of service. Untimin vary. When you see what untimin vary. The only thing you can do, say the ultimate to a beer, and yet that lucrative, and yet that milky or bet me, anya no. So what technical no?
You can answer your position within the police.
And I mean, very good. So you can't vary. Untimi, we are COP. We are the head office. Yentimi found call region. We are COP. So crime head office. So what also 3 or car number 3. Yentimi se san ye di be mount. Do you get it? So next, udi to hofo. Until obia na or obia no ye obia oni no ewo. Sa closeness, you begin to withdraw. But now, gidi youthful exuberance. What I say, youthful exuberance, and that has brought them this way. And your politics because Bugri Nabu no money didn't come on wine. Bugri Nabu is a former regional chairman of the New Patriotic Party. Or not civil, or not ordinary Ghanaian, or your politician. COP Alessia Bois, a politician, MPP ni, you know quite dominati. But because of money, it is only politician who can give you IGP. And yes, sir.
Yeah.
Say you must CV there and come with the CVs neko. But see no, this is how called concern say obi. Na politician timia promotu. It has been the norm. It has been the tradition. So you must destroy. You must go and pledge your allegiance. You must indicate, say, look, I can do this. And it's not Mudiama. Dampare has done these promises. Well, promises are Akufo-Addo, so forget about the first ADC to Atamils. And the Medjuma, and yes, Maakye. It doesn't mean, say, I cannot serve you. Me Eastern region. Eastern region is the MPP stronghold and the second largest stronghold of the New Patriotic Party. I can do the work. Any demand, and not by is he not doing the work?
He's doing the work.
Dampare is doing the work. The president is happy.
A Kromwajo, right?
You're happy. Police for no more problem.
A Kromwajo, Ghana for so yeah, dear. But within no police force,
more problem.
Interesting.
This police force some more problem. Yeah, they have any problem. Or more no more man and some more but I hear nipa aduma. Nipa aduma no matter what the situation. Speaker, oti aduma mu hai. Amanfo ni wo serekwa.
Exactly.
And no bia ne pe wasem. But there are some who genuinely like you for what you do. Sanity. But that ye kase amanfo dwa. Especially maybe better. What I say? Who do you call TikTok? I'm not for that. No. But that is fact. I don't expect to be liked by everybody. Nyankopon Jesus Christ cry now you suma and say oh me wundi a man from kwano one they have 6 inches
That's easy for
the final yamu born 6 inches na me I say enti we normal e yen konkonsaduma e no moko die but me problem ni say speaker
yes
ye di o man sika yes say o man sika say parliament transi investigate nkonkonsa e bia kodi abra serious issues is killing us.
Kessben 92.9.
And then Niger for the tabwa to year so. Just because ECOWAS say you beba honti. Ghana, Togo, Ivory Coast, Nigeria, Benin.
I want to mean
citizens want to mean court Niger. Meanwhile, your Tihai, your soldiers for and to mean by BR. They don't have the capacity. We are missing la. General Hospital. You see why yes, our stories today that Yabubu how many years today? It is not of Parliament interest. Parliament and for Mumpo said national asset near Bubuagu. Mr. Court, Supreme Court, Ukrosu Kwaina, but Bia Katrina Feku, campaign spokesperson for Alan Mantin.
Yeah.
Or yet tourism minister or
marine drive.
Yeah, Bubugu said by 1.5 billion marine drive at the hall. And until birth and death registry. They are renting. Yeah, bubu ha gwa mo renting. They are in somewhere private person's building. And what your friend Shiashi and many other offices. And for parliament trade fair, international trade fair, ya buagu. Parliament does not care about this one.
Now on can't read then, and I hire cantonment.
Cantonment in Sasia ya tonto.
I make a baby almost in National Cathedral.
I mean, expensive one. Ya bu ama court judge for appeal court judges and nine or mutim. Ya 2 or more bunina twegu as a sada bristol abamina kakakatu. Parliament does not care. Circle interchange. We are uko kaneshi de ya omuye.
Yeah, aboso kind.
Contractor assistant in name so.
So no sign no hydro.
Contractor and the other IND. Contractor assistant in name Parliament in interested. Ufa man we are ye timu Ghana mania ye timu. Over 70% of our roads are rotten roads. Parliament doesn't care about what Parliament is interested in. Se konkonsa police before coding no bugi na bu office and a mati committee a dedicated GTV to on panel live television airtime agro
that's it me say
we have a catch say ye niska o man we are spending recklessly and eclipse for battery of pussy ye nyane sa.
Thank you me say Whatever coffee I make us na means 22 after 8. This is Kessben, but my message is no Hembra, yeah. Facebook no so Gavi.
Why?
But you to for any understand. That's what I got you.
Kwame, you prefer Kessben for the case near the HIT4 and I have 4 my gym no more hay now no pay. Kwame, I think say and Semino and Charles a papa in Yemono. The truth of the matter is, I think say the Ayami worry kakra a interdiction by and why I sign pull on the off no. And no the extra me say any pa or issue interdiction one minute because then you will not have issued the interdiction because what it is that a case Parliament through Speaker Asset Committee or one omodi probu asemno na ubia owo Parliamentary Select Committee anymore mo probu asemno na wo kana adwen ekire committee no ukofe chiri se o interdict na na chese nsem a wote no ukitamu yawodie na wo pese o de twena so enti no the menya sure say on be allow kram wa go the level a wo pese wo kono then it therefore means say omo a omunya nka o masem no wo pese wo ka o kasabo a ehso mo yam because then the fact of the matter is those also in the service are likely to be interdicted. Like Charles rightly said, Emra Assembly by I think said leak tape nearby and Chakran a minority. You imagine say the speaker must probe into this matter, and therefore they will not allow the IGP to be taken off. And you know, probe nearby, you know, what it was expected. And they say once the tape came and then it were able to identify who it was. No, I believe that was the leveler. Nankeye say interdicting out of the service, but not when the committee has started sitting. Mr. Speaker, that notwithstanding.
Mamin Kain's statement, quick one, na yenko. 7 September, or say update on police interdiction of 3 officers. Following the interdiction of COP, Mr. George Alex Bensa, Superintendent Emmanuel Eric Jibi, and Superintendent Mr. George Sanda Asari in connection with the leaked audio tape, the police administration would commence disciplinary proceedings into their conduct upon completion of the ongoing probe by Parliament. In order not to prejudice the ongoing probe, the police administration has suspended the interdiction. And it is signed by Grace Ansa Akrofi, Assistant Commissioner of Police, Director in charge of public affairs.
Mr. Speaker,
yes.
What kind of first interdiction letter now by and one? They also said that the police was going to go into a disciplinary action.
Yeah.
And you know, say first letter ni indicate say why interdicting no, or go through disciplinary action. Now second letter ni ba say because of what is happening in Parliament, and they never knew that there was a parliamentary select committee and not probe into this matter. Well, Mr. Speaker, I believe, sir, what it is, say, the SCF vividly is how the issue has been handled. And like Charles Radley said, and nearly the biana in your dispensation, you get people to like you. And you see, the police service is sharply torn. Sharply torn in the sense that there are people who owed allegiance and had pain.
Yeah.
Mr. Speaker, at a point in time, now Obianim say, we Papa your call retirement, Kofi Debbie Kofi Boachi bet me the IGP.
Yeah.
At a point, everybody felt that Kofi Boachi was right for IGP. When to me, and he be done on the call retirement.
But he wasn't pissed.
He served people, and now call retirement, he and a respecting. Mr. Speaker, there is not occasion in this country and Penifueshia Paye inviting.
Yeah.
He served wholeheartedly, he left wholeheartedly. When ya Yaudi Bia,
when the IGP Awungu.
Ebi, well, anti Alex Mensa, Mr. Speaker, I remember your coffee. Mr. Speaker, even if se uye party mapa, so where in your position, young fire would ye say Enuntino, Bibia and say, Mr. Speaker, you see, look at our case typical in point. You disqualify him for parliamentary aspirant position. You disqualify him for constituency chairman position, but we still serve party wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
But on only the idea we show how mischievous he is. Well, and moreover, there be Mr. Speaker, the American say police service no say a command. Say you catch us could Mr. Speaker chia. Mr. Speaker won't mean say be a penny panasa mintimin concodinachi. So if IGP was an aide to late Milsa, it does not necessarily mean say no nature so aid into no nature political affiliation. But what I believe they say more leaders in the system no a day and na more ya ebia move to media bo a police administration no by. And like
as Alex Mensa so was an aide to a cancer aka.
You see?
Rollins.
You see?
Vice President.
You see? So if he was an aide to a Konkansa car, Rebecca say a Konkansa car was the Great Alliance.
Yes.
Or the Vice President, but Great Alliance. And but you see, and you remember, say, Emra, Peter Nanchiri, we Tobu. emra na all putting the questions no obisa ne say enti no okay say police service no it's been sharply divided between political parties. Are you going to tell us say COP Teteyonu or NDC ni ana? He asked the question. And then you begin to put the police administration in a different perspective. But Mr. Speaker, you know you to say emra Dr. George Akufudan Pariba sa crimes here na see what traffic light as ni nyina to atwa. At a point in time, you're a citizen and I am crash show. And then sa cameras here my empower even traffic offenses. Mr. Speaker, first, now can say green brinkia, brinkia koso yellow no, we do one man with say me do one say me do one imagine oh your party back right Mr. Speaker, typically in point na me babu heya na brinki ya na yellow na me view na me twam na akwaji na so me patcho me communicator me call Kessben akoyewi wasi anunku a wakenti no ejina ha macho I will detain you till the programs finish because it means that unim de on pesa obey.
Kessben 92.9
Mr. Speaker, and then for him to be sure, he matched me here on a motorbike to see say hey am pameba. Me do have another time was almost gone. Well, entino, o sheni me bia e koso sese a enka adwuma ne de omo ye, but Mr. Speaker, the etiane say udu stage bia a political appointment. Political appointment ne ba eye denya ubenyo time.
Exactly.
Adwuma bia mu ye de tumi hye wonsa ubenyo time. Enti so time ne ba ese unsa ne obe manage no. Me my only concern and we ne say interdiction ne ba no. Se no munim so mbetumi agina so anka they should hold on. But then it should tell you say withdrawal no has come with certain pressure from certain quarters. I would mean hold on until you quickly have to do a U-turn. But that alone it go anymore say.
Very well. Me da say cafe na anopay
mo sheda my dress code ana.
Oh, eno na me baby say baby am free am oba no. As me yam crash me. Say mako punu fugu no mu nso amoma yehu na yehu baby aye de yehu be. Mo kan anka me say me die. Na man kan de.
Kessben 92.9.
I was here with us 31 of time. It's about a bar hospital there. But your bar hospital a number 1. A ban no pemu how any kasemo a muya bia pacho a bar Heba Hospital and a bituasi at the amount. One more a specialist, a ban of bone related diseases, and opay a wood team or spinal cord no a yawa chibre mono and no wasem and a make him pacho more. Who say unkoto dwenanim no aya na aye call na eho eye oya na fe efrase se eho no eswasoa anaso se eho no anopay de esese wo ye nyina no ene se obetu anamo na ode wani akyeremo ewo ba Heba Hospital wodru ho a pacho won beto omo boase na womo ayo how ni nyina no e de free ho arthritis, bone injury, bone related diseases pacho wanya arm dislocation wahwe ase ana wonsa no akoa anase o joint no a shift ya pacho ni nyina no koba Heba Hospital ho womo besiesie ni nyina kama e de amount afi yare hodo a aka nyina no say gonorrhea, stroke, syphilis, diabetes, hypertension pacho ni nyina no koba Heba Hospital na womo show into asie emfamao anopay opo mo kira kwan a womo ewo Kumase Atonsu Agogo Hospital no echiho ape ana obehu womo enkran so womo ewo Sprinters Road ne so Community 18 Junction anopay oni womo eni nkomo on 0244 988004 0244 988004 and also say 0244 083482 na one ba Heba Hospital any ensa waso best brain publication for that Roma womo akwakofa eye best brain books papa e dia bedwa so from kindergarten ekwakosi senior high school mpacho subject ahodo amofra no eye nyina any topics ahodo a womo besua within the subject ni nyina no and pay only best brain for any answer so across the country bookshop will be abebo eromu biano okwa wose ope again krata no a best brain for actual ede abedwamba so no pacho abofra no enya bisua eboa ne ye pa for womo se open the dodo mu atu a 0507 200 0507 200 200 and our face 024152 0946 na only best brain publication any enkomo anopay Eclipse Angel Investors makacho dada sebusumi ya mu ana yedi dwumade ni nyina no efrase ye be workshop trainings ahodo seminars ahodo yedi ni nyina no e de beba wakwan mu ni akyerɛkyerɛw na afei abroa eyi puma kwan no obie kwan mu to ho a yedi business pitch dwumade sonkon no e de atoa so e de ama we nyina no eya akwanya yede maw na afe investors edisika ababehye wadwumanim anopay de esese wo ye nyina ne se obepeke o form no na afe wa fele na wa submit na wa have the opportunity to be a part of the page so unya nyeye na unya mpeke form na Adenta new site Abakan Street womo ebe Medimosis Hospital no anopay koho Eclipse Collateral Management Office kese no eho ana ewo udru ho a unsabeka form ne bi announce se bra Kessben FM 92.9 aseda Twin Towers yebe eye Vodafone office no ewo Kwame Nkrumah Circle pacho oba yebe ma form ne bi na wakofele ne kama na afi ode abasa woni nkran ya ha ho ko website ne so www.ecmagh.com na afi ko na kofele form no na bibia no enye kama open sem yimu entremu bia no afre 0266 999020 0266999020 and also say for 0302 551877 0302551877 na one Eclipse Angel Investors ninsa waso womo ebedoma boa pa senior citizen. Mami fast that be my Grace Gift Herbal Clinic. I don't pay Grace Gift Adaroma. But you won't be too young in I say at the amount. Diabetes, hypertension, hepatitis, typhoid fever, malaria, but your prostate enlargement, Ninano, any cancer, but you want to see a compare at the amount. And the pay say UTM or your bar or your bema, a woman some ayadin at the amount. But you want to me and wo enfamo ba anope Dr. Grace Bodo ebebo pa ama abofra etimi epiefi ho na afi enije no etimi ewie peye Oshim School Junction ewo Barekese Quantimpone so ewo Kumase o ankraya obeko New Achimota Petroleum Estate womo any Family Life International School no edi enhwani manope only Grace Gift for any enkomo on 0246518003 0246518003 and our face 0543320030 na only a Grace Gift Herbal Clinic any nkomo anope omo ebedom aboa pa na bibianso etimi atoto ye ede amount Eclipse Collateral Management womo boa we japade enkrata sem nyina no anope womo anede nkrata no de beye adwuma na afi womo tu a commission ewo ho eno achi no oye organization mpacho ope eye a bank facility ope loan every bank bi ho undi collateral a wo de be nsechi ba akwakoji loan no a anope talk to Eclipse Collateral Management womo adwuma kese pa womo ye no enie womo nam sa kwan ne so aboa enyumakuo ahodo pie na anope woni womo edi enkomo a womo ebeje so na afi womo de nkrata no ayadwuma amamfaso abaso open facility nso a na womo timi amabi Abakan Street Adenta new site womo ebe Medimosis anope speak to them on 0266999020 0266999020 and afi 0302551877 0302551877 na only a Eclipse Collateral Management any enkomo me bus citizen so na metie wono so na opposite na dro no imbuster bar mixture and pay e wodwa man so pacho herbal shop bia uboremu a o se ope imbuster bar mixture opposite no edro no and pay wono no bia ebebo a ye pa ama onipadua no so SCP esita no no bi na entimi emwa herbal shop bia odru ho a o se ope imbus pacho open the dodo motu afre womo on 0246208496 0246208496 na oni eye imbuster bar mixture for any ensa woso anope womo adaroma ana ebo afofo pin so eka ho a yekoye nim no ye de womo nyina no e de betudwa e de about 38 after 8 aha Kessben my citizen so na mintie no on the league tape for 10 minutes na afeyento aso any enkomo citizen
Mr. Speaker.
Margin Secretary.
ana pay me jodo
Bibi awoko.
Yamanado.
The dikai, Babinfa a chopper mount, and Brana and Yabuapayo. The time no ABT me, a banisa na one more AU free TV in this one, and Fatcher me. Na and the was sure why, and on behalf of my team, I want to apologize.
Not my confused.
Oh, don't be
confused.
Okay. What I say, maybe I fine.
No problem.
And to us, maybe I come on.
No problem.
We can now say,
Mr. Speaker, I don't pay my minchia munyano. Na I the ben when you dress code on a ben when you dress.
Yeah, one country.
You don't live by the spirit.
Oh, Debbie, Jandam. No,
when you live by the spirit, the spirit will
say Jandam. No, Mushia, woman pray.
It's spirits, no man cancer. But in your bubble is for. Na spirit will descend on you as well. Intiana pay me chobia. Na minchia ete funa shofo. Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
Ana pay aide murubunu thought. Inti a master there what 10 minutes na za mameno. Mezi 2 mezi bakelo 2 beds preko na me gwanako. Because he said Yamana makes more quantity. Will be original thought and kakanga was easy in some 70. IGP and some. Mr. Speaker, there are two key things all called money. It is affecting every fabric of our society.
Okay.
Number one is the disease of inconsistency. And number two is the disease of unprincipled leaders.
Okay.
And we are lacking people with principles. Intina, we are also not consistent. Intina, all these league tape issues are.
Yeah.
It's all about people who lack principles. Bugri Nabu, does he have any principle? Nimpa kwa de bia ni bibia leak. Bugri leaks. Sisi ano mesi sisi ono what to Bugri leaks. Everything about him, there are issues, and I still don't know why people still engage such a person. There, it will just do people to my influence be such a person, and it indicts the top office of the president. Because Obi also record no that come a president. People are even questioning that I'm pardon nankasa no them recording na. And look at the officers I Obeka say. Obia, if you there, you deserve to be an IGP.
Yeah.
You stoop so low to do this kind of kokonsa. But today I don't know be kokonsa. Everybody America kokonsenti na yet meti. Kokonsa. And you see the inconsistencies. Ghana Police Service. Today, you say some officers have been interdicted. Tomorrow, you are suspending the interdiction. What sort of inconsistency is this? Every fabric of our country, there are so much inconsistencies. Look, it's been a easy already. Within 24 hours, the Ghana Police Service said they should speak based on intel.
Yeah.
They should react based on intel and not emotions. Can suspend an interdiction of police officers at the rank of COP. Are we joking? And a whole institution, they are not supposed to be working just based on hearsay and emotions, but based on intelligence. This can happen to them. Are we safe? And based on their intelligence, they did not realize that before people will go into an investigation, they should have been interdicted. Them no intelligence, not one.
It's a human institution. How much me go fear at any time, right?
See, if we always want to use that excuse that every institution is a human institution, so they can goof, their goofing will cause mayhem for this country. Their goofing may cause mayhem for this country. Why there sometimes oh baby I was a national security issue why? And you see, Chase was talking about the fact that Parliament seems to be following Kokonsa and leaving the
substantial
issues. See, I've lost trust in this 8th Parliament. The Parliament that we said was a hang Parliament, so maybe a lot is going to come out of it. If we don't take care, we'll be one of the most useless Parliament ever. Parliament that cannot boast of a lot of achievement. This Parliament, if they don't take care, one achievement under their watch, a lot of things have happened, and some of them led by their own so-called parliamentarians.
Kessben 92.9.
And you've not seen any serious action that Parliament has taken. In fact, some of the issues that sometimes the chairman of the committee it should be heard in camera. No? How does it bother on national security? How does Kokonsenya working? Some of it borders on national security.
Because the same camera not also saying the air in the crowd.
How? And the person is talking, and the chairman will say, "But you said you say this in camera." Masa, how one trying based on what do they say that some of the things will be also borders on national security. How? When do you find national security? Because youth unemployment is a national security issue. And I'm here. So then we shouldn't be discussing youth unemployment issues in the public domain. So I think that kind of excuses and and we should live by principles, and we should be consistent in our dealings. Maybe or be able to one side today based on these things that have happened. This is where we want to continue. I'm linking it with the EC issues. It's one of the same inconsistency. Electoral Commissioner and because Yambozi Yabo the commission as an institution. In 2012, under Yewura Afrajan, when the Electoral Commission did limited registration exercises, about 6,000 registration centers now what you see. Under Madame Charlotte say when they did limited registration exercises, 6,000. Under Mami Jane Mensah, she decides to restrict it. However, she's the one who has more machines than any of them. In 2020, we procured over 8,000 registration machines. And I keep asking the question, so one for your registration machines in fan renting and I want Tonya, they should tell us what they are using the 8,000 registration machines for. Because how do you have 8,000 registration machines? And how many centers are you going to set at one district office? And if you don't use the registration machines now, since I won't browse out Parliament in a continuous registration exercise, which means beyond this process, you might not have a limited registration exercise again. So what happens to your registration machines? Useless. It becomes useless.
Kessben 92.9.
And that is what this commission want to embark on. Now, Mr. Speaker, we have done everything humanly possible to engage the Electoral Commission. We've done a press conference, we've written petitions, we've sent a letter for an emergency IPAC meeting. In fact, Betty Kasa, Honorable Betty, and she said any petition will respond. I have a letter, I think I've sent it to you.
You've sent it, yeah.
The same response. It's either a generic response to it. It's a teen answer, almost, and you can read it to a TIF. It looks like the same responses. Into a copy and paste and change your name and date. And probably it could be the same even date. There, Asambaya, all that they say is Yati. You better know, I get back to you. That is the chorus. Every time we'll get back to
this is 31st August 2023. Citizen Atodazi, Great Consolidated Popular Party, Accra, dear sir. Reference is a call for an emergency IPAC meeting. I bring you greetings from the commission and trust that this letter finds you well. We acknowledge receipt of your letter dated 24th August 2023 on the above subject matter. This comes to inform you that the commission will meet to consider the issues raised in the letter. Thank you. Yours faithfully, Samuel Tete, Deputy Chairman, Operations, and then on behalf of the commissioner, the chairperson of the commission. And that is the letter.
Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
My call for emergency IPAC meeting to discuss the limited registration exercise.
Yeah.
More shall say come Tuesday or Monday. I think
on the 12th.
On the 12th. And you are saying there, you will meet.
And you wrote to them on the 24th of August.
I'm telling you.
And they responded on the 30th of August.
In fact, a week later, and you know, on American, it shows a lot of disrespect to us as political parties. And on Yefe, I mean, a body you are working with political parties. Na Yapedi engage you, and you make it difficult for us to engage you. So we had no option than to go to court. Ended that, I think about 5 of us. The NDC joined the CPP, LPG, APC, na GCPP, na Yako Court. And we went to the Supreme Court on the basis that Article 42 is clear that every Ghanaian who is 18 years and above and of sound mind has the right to vote and is entitled. I mean, the operational word is entitled to register to vote in an election or a referendum. In the Supreme Court, they want a proper interpretation of that law. And then Regulation 2 of CI 91 as amended. Why should they? In designating a place as a registration center, number 1, it should be suitable to be used as a polling station on election day. And number 2, it should be accessible to the prospective applicant.
So this is for me.
Into one my interpretation here, based on that, then tell the electoral commission to do the registration exercise at the electoral areas. Mobile be closer to the people. Because Guru boys here mobile be creating one registration centers here over now. You guarantee say more guarantees no I didn't go fiske. Go for being scared with it. Voter ID card. Since you want 5 years apart from voting. First, in the bank, there are other things. But right now, you don't need it for anything except for voting. If you are going to restrict it to your district offices and make it difficult for people to travel, sometimes 8 hours, because bet in Ukraine where they be able to for 8 hours before they get there. And they might spend not less than 300 Ghana cedis just to go and register to vote. You are doing voter suppression. Say about to only it is just for the district level elections. That is more important to be done at the electoral areas because the district level elections are going to be done at electoral areas. So when your registration at the electoral areas, it gets people closer. It makes it easy for people to know their polling stations. During the day of elections, people will be running around looking for where their polling station is.
Very well.
It's yesterday the electoral commission should do something about this. Anyway, in any case, the twist that happened at the Supreme Court, they see Chief Justice in you you can't grant an injunction, you can't give a return date.
Oh, that.
Oh, yes. So we didn't get a return date. And if the process starts, it renders the injunction moot. Because you want to injunct a process, you've not been given a return date. If the process starts, the injunction is moot. Asemi Odika, Wanabaka.
May I say, bringing us to 53 after 8. Kessben, 92.9. Maakye Jumedie and Augusto Awutie. Na me ba me ni abema ben in siaho na afeyene no atoaso. Now this is what our citizen was talking about. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
Ben's of education into Mombisa na yanko.
Ben, morning.
Has it been the convention said most seeking for any injunction? There must be the Chief Justice, her presence in the country or in the courtroom, no, is a prerequisite for getting an injuncted. I don't know.
No. It's not.
It has never been the
No.
convention.
What's a new clerk and so a new
directive?
Is it founded in law? Like, is it?
No. I mean, normally, either since a Chief Justice, there's an active Chief Justice, or any senior lawyer at the senior judge should be able to give a written date. But we are hearing. I mean, it was news. It was news to us.
It means that whatever injunction they seek to injunct the process,
but we served on notice. So you see, and the electoral commission itself, based on principle. The one other word is principle. The NDC 4-year elections. What's in there? If there is an issue at court, they take themselves out until the issue is resolved.
Exactly.
So if we are seeking a lot of reliefs, it's not just the injunction. And, if you've been served on notice, based on that, based on what principle can you go ahead with the process?
Very well. Let's see how things turn out to be. Citizen, Bedase, my member Ben, so na Mintiano Ben Marching.
Let's speak.
Let's say, Mamintie.
Mr. Speaker, your mind, and I can say, do you have a state as Ghana? I believe that we had the Koso Yamamumu and security setup now. Sometimes I begin to think that you need mine. And I think my assumption behold entirely because I say people have just been assembled to rule. I don't even want to use to misrule because you see governor as a man of credence kakra, a man of mfasobi. But if you look at what is happening currently in this particular republic, it's a messy situation. And especially a unity and or ensure the security of this particular country, no, it's also in a messy situation, very, very messy. Citizen can send baby for a concerning the any quite say become. But the last time I was here, I mean, argument A1, who is Bugri Nabu to determine someone's fate at the police service? Or your wine? Who is he? A mere former Northern Regional Chair of a political party. Be at the end time, be a chair no crowd. I think the government had won, right? He brought the government in Balita of Fremo. He is not the national chair of MPP. A mere regional chair has that power to determine who becomes an IGP of this country. It's very, very sad. It's very, 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 it's very, very, very sad. Because all leak tape now, Ekamea say the police service and its officers who have rose through the ranks or more from recruit level, constable level to the highest level, no, were vulnerable to a person who has never and will never have had an opportunity to serve even as a constable in the Ghana Police Service. They were vulnerable. And because of that vulnerability, no, they had to go low to Bugri Nabu to seek their fate to become an IGP. And they said all sorts of things. And away nye papa, and away nye papa. Last time Bamika said, you see, the recording over here critically, Bugri Nabu intentionally set them up. He set them up. He said because he recorded them. And also sa nipa miensa na mo kono ho ana mi no mo kono ho ne ko kasai na enyo mo nkwa ne kono ho. but one paid higher than the other. And because one paid higher, and you could listen, you could even hear them during the committee level. Say, I don't know, Crani, so say, yeah, the IGP no crano, and the man tape the bar out. I think you heard George Alex Mensah say, IGP no, na ye ko income and send be bro or ye beka e account. How do you to income will be anti? Say, if indeed the IGP and the Sabaya, which means that even the IGP also has something to do, and even the fate in the police service, no, ewo bugina bunsam. And I think there was even a video, a new recording, and I say there was an argument say IGP tuya bugina bu 10,000 a month. And he claims that he's being paid the 10,000 because of an informant.
92.9
right? And the business said, no, you are not being paid because you are an informant, but you are paid from the IGP's coffers. Say, he also Nekodibi. Which country are we building for our future youth? Say, Obi politics intino, Obi render your police service no very, very useless. Ama your commissioners, revered commissioners, and who respect your mono will go so low to Buri Nabu to go and seek advice. Out to the extent Christ say binum almost spiritual fathers and their spiritual mothers. It is very, very sad because I don't see Senkaya or my estate. I was telling someone yesterday that you see, when you have a proper state, no one becomes bigger than the constitution of the state.
Exactly.
And no one becomes bigger than the state. For example, Minister Makati data follow technology, and I know also you follow technology. The Chinese had one man called Jack Ma. Jack Ma.
Yeah.
At a point in time, he was even near to one of the richest, or even the richest in the world.
Yeah.
The Chinese government realized that the man was becoming popular and very famous than the Chinese state. They brought him down. No.
He owns Alibaba, right?
Alibaba, yes, they brought this is the he went to Geneva and said certain things against the Chinese system. They brought him down. That is how a state is built. But in there, Yama police, chair, I say. And the saddest part is that it looks as if they think that Sir Chairman will be chairman forever. He is not going to be. So if you would rush anymore, the party bit malusu. But because you built a system, Mr. Speaker, the system has become a party in government system, not a state system.
Yeah.
But, the truth is that Oko judiciary, instead of saying benya lawyers, any judges, omubeye on my representation, no, they are political party representatives. Obekono, we see me NDC ni judge, we see me MPP ni judge, me NDC ni lawyer, MPP ni, and because of that, you know, nya on my hodo enyajuma is about interest of our political parties. Oko ne asofo kra no imuache. Asofo ni NDC, the MPP. Why should we asofo? Why should we police? Una oma NDC ni to me so be governor. Una oma MPP ni to me so be governor. You look so vulnerable to them, as if you don't have a determination of who becomes the president of this republic.
Kessben 92.9.
That's the saddest part. Say Alex Mensah. If Alex Mensah say MPP be near Alex Mensah vote account. MPP be near Honorable COP Asari, the vote account. Everyone, every youth, the vote count. So for via vote. So why should we allow ourselves to be controlled, right, and ridiculed by politicians, MPP and NDC?
92.9.
As if Abana ye kotoa mono ye toa mo say, oh, it I say you are destined to govern. Until because you are destined to govern, no, but govern yes, no, it shouldn't be so. And that's why sometimes these people go as low as Buginabu to go and then be seeking whether it's a miraculous determination or whatever. So it's very, very sad. And I think that if the police service is listening, I've seen some suspensions and sackings and withdrawal of sackings and withdrawal of suspensions and whatever. Minya, what went into that decision? Say, yeah, interdicted these three officers. What went into it? What was the communication? The research ben now investigation ben now who say was saying investigation ben biom now say yen from biom. You are not suspending them again. It tells you the inconsistencies in decision making at the police service. Right? And when you communicate these inconsistencies, and who said there are inconsistencies there, it tells us that there's a huge problem at the Ghana Police Service. Very bigger. Because it was say you, and now you know, now when all the relevant data, and that's when the necessary information that we hear to make say you, so that you don't backtrack. But what's it was suspend your mo? What's your more interdict your mo? Let me say, what's the interdiction? No, why withdraw? What went into that decision making? So if the IGP is actually
for money.
Yes, I mistakes. I mean, Mr. Speaker, then it tells you that there's a huge problem at the Ghana Police Service. And me, to be frank with you, me kasa mua, even the COPs ni nyinano. That is my conclusion. Obia, including the IGP, should be sacked.
As I see your time so retirement.
And your time class so retirement. I was say yes, sack you. But yes, sack you no so no na ye per mechanism be a for no bebano. Make sure say there's discipline in the Ghana Police. I think currently there's a huge indiscipline, very big indiscipline at the Ghana Police Service, where people think that the likes of Bugri Nabu determine who should become IGP. And for that matter, more recognize IGP, no, because maybe you don't deserve it. You got it because you went and paid something. You got it because someone influenced that particular decision.
But some people are calling for people to lobby for them.
You see, why should we even? And now make us say, you see, you are the lawyers. I've always said that this constitution, our problem, is the constitution.
Okay.
Why should the president even determine who becomes IGP? There must be a system.
Very well.
Charlie Miraho.
But just somebody be a Traders Chaco powder for there. Na Traders Adaro Bapacho, hangover Nina Ebeko. Weekend, yeah, what you see, we won't know son or not, dear cheer. But you're now where you're basa. I had now all the Traders Chaco powder and be a consume, not one or numbi. A bit too hangover Nina, no, I say at the amount. Now, I fear hoto etimi about detoxify your system by taking Traders Charcoal powder and pay ono numbia ebeboa ye pa Traders Ventures and aquacofa Traders Charcoal powder e de abedwa mai so se emra na entimi emra meboa afi utie me ope nronum pa wo obia edrobia onsabesom bia no na wonom a anopay de sese uye nyina ne se obe cleanse o system nom ofa poison a aya nom Traders Charcoal powder ebetudi nyina no ase e de ama American shop no eho anayewo ye be police station no ewo Teba Middle East anopay for ye on 05551 30230 05551 na afe what me anonom Traders Charcoal powder ni bi ebeboa pa na besanso Babakati so mame fasira ni bi ma Enesteba industry for one more at the Enest ointment and in near awake natural capsule said the abedwa my se utie mi a Enest ointment no ye distraction we there no any dandruff ababego but upepem na sebe apa no SSA nwi ba speeding up na fa eye Enest ointment ni bi extra but ene se utie mi skin rashes koko ayo pacho udwaru na ho keka utiti ho saa empompo abo ni nyina no eye niema egu wedi ani aya na enye kra anopay fa Enest ointment ni bi extra so na enhye ase emfama awake natural capsules no e boost immune system no pacho sexual weakness no e correct ni nyina na efe early discharges prostate disorders and afe bad urine flow no anopay ononom awake natural capsules pacho epejam amani nyina no eye kama low libido pacho oni atenka anopay nonom awake natural capsules sababu apa and cry or Kaishi Drug in case one care about Repairs Ventures and a United Herba, Cohort Nakojo, the Kufredia phone call, Gapson Pharmacy, Delight Pharmacy, and a Drug Right, and Hot Ubenya Bin Coco, Owuskobi Pharmacy, Hillside Pharmacy, and a BB Pharmacy, Kaswabeko Tribe of Judah, Nakumase Ako Danny Herba, Misty Herba, Kolinak, and a Habme Herba, Wako Aqua Jodi. Numbers no 0245 079915 0245 079915 and our face 0276 537701. Na only one more any and come more. Franco Trading Enterprise number 1. Phone papa fie dear ha pachado pay open Nokia, Samsung, iPhone, smart TVs, refrigerators, any air conditions there. Your branches no atiate say across the country and opay Borua branch BM na kona koje wo electronic gadget na intime mwa and opay open so Edin Koma Freya on 0246 422 338 0246 422 338 and a face 055 5993 39311 055 5939 na only any enkomo nadom heba for adaroma one more the nadom garlic bitters no e de aba nafa lady clean so e wo dwaman so nafa mixture pacho ono num bia e boaw etriti eye sexually transmitted infections nyina enwo chi no e hanse eye urine flow no anope pe eye nafa capsules ene mixture de bi na no etu gonorrhea no asekwa afi oyoba yusu nafa lady clean faces yo ho ebema ase ho achepa na afi etimi adeda oye de obeto ye ama Mr. Ben eba nani etimi age anope yusu nafa lady clean ebeboa nadom garlic bitters mpacho e boost immune system no eboa ama o blood no circulate ye afi wa edwadadwo a wontimi na nonom eye nadom garlic bitters na eboa tema community 1 casino and afi new store first gate ho nyina no obehu ye numbers no 0268 229862 announces of 0240 981592 na one eye nadom herbal center for any ensa woso anope womo ebedom aboa ama bibia nso etimi atotoye I am the Electoral Commission of Ghana. I think Tase Ede Eye Alan Dian so Atua so Kakra. Tase Alan any Electoral Commission Dian Bema Simedu Kanina no Ebom na Yanko.
Speaker.
Yes.
Mamina was you. Yeah, Konya. On Electoral Commission, I think I'm more court. Political parties and court. Menyaya nanka ordinary Ghanaian citizen be our Betty Crosby area ho.
Yeah.
And so court. Supreme Court especially. The Supreme Court there main responsibility and interpretation of laws.
Law. Yeah.
They are supposed to be the vanguards of human rights. And it is a call now by this act of the commission more violate right. They are doing that deliberately to prevent so that we can hear the Supreme Court on it. Because this partisanship take you over and now you who near clear. And the MPP did it and did it well. Abu Ramadan was going to court as a private citizen to get most of the reforms. So sometimes the parties must learn. They must learn to use people. No more hide your manim kakra. Use faces are any politically known. Attention cost, but once they reduce everything to politics. There's a burden on the court to also discharge more responsibility as creditably as they are required to do. Politics so because maybe if we say the Electoral Commission is required to work in line with the provisions of the law. We say we are Ghanaian now 18 years and above. Now why dream with that whole fine? Now as I say with Timmy Trowdin Now Tuaba. That is all. That is the law. That is the basis of the law. And the Electoral Commission di as a si udi and share to a queen. Send near Beya, Ghana ni be a wadi 18. And I dream without fine.
Can have the opportunity.
Obenya opportunity at Chonudin. And you was said the energy with their quincy debe to Nipanai. No, you do not have that right. No, be bizarre. Say, can a citizen stop a state institution from performing its functions? But if a state institution is performing an arbitrarily, your friend is a whimsical and capricious functions of its owner, why can't you stop it? And you need a court to know how. Is that not the reason why we have the court? So, and yet, true, say, means stop state institution from performing its own mandate. It is not true. In past, state institutions have been stopped, and if we continue to stop them,
yeah,
I don't know any case to cry. The Tennessee near Kosui, Moyena. Now, ma me Jane Mensa, your cry will be a bowding. A month for a bowding. They are not even smart. Or more yes smart because Mr. O.B. Amwa, honorable, were defend the commission we our parliament over and over again. To the extent say, Papa we a best standing against the commission. Say my decision we dear and try you know. So uyo be a obi kabima de be na wa say man no see we dear and try you. If you have conscience, you're listening. You see, more your margin said they are doing this thing to
James Abeye EC chairperson. A dear na Ghana for account or the aye Jumada.
On fashion,
at the instances, one more policy be and a directive be bad. The people have said, say, a dear way, dear Emwa, na one more teen was supreme, I go back to the drawing board. Across the sun as our baby more.
On ye be sad, but that is because of Felicity, the party in government, or more backing of Felicity, the Supreme Court, led by Kwesi Niyeboah, retired. You almost say what $5 million bribe now 1 year now they call retirement. Or no? Officer no ye jumamano. Officer na police for a bonny home buying, and partner Ghana Armed Forces a bonny home buying. Till today. J Mensa ukon fear what cantonment police your friend the armor casiwo soldier foot ho enomo born home bia wo nambia. So she feel emboldened or feel so or yeah secured or betimi aye nia wo pebia. And indeed she's doing it. Me can ye say a script in a mamena about or acting.
Okay.
She was appointed and given a script. And she's acting exactly according to the script. Unfortunately, we have opposition are almost serious. We have opposition that they are not consistent. We have opposition that are weak as carbonic acid. Oh, anka opposition are wako court nano. Police for di wako court. Stop from demonstration. Now court refused to grant the injunction. Court is to called dream waba. Was suspended to another week. Never ban the injunction. The injunction was not granted, so you can go with my demonstrating. For mine, we are not be so chess. You got right. Electoral Commission there. This is a Ghana for any break. You see, until people pour on the street, until Ghanaians begin to show the men standing in commissioners say, the power is not theirs. And that to me, and you can't use the power we gave you to suppress us. You can't do that. It is not done anywhere. Now, you see, what is happening around us in this sub-region is as a result of some of these things. When people feel that they are being suppressed, to the level point of no return, that is where people want to pour on this. That's why people would jubilate.
But in taking lesson be out of that.
But say any lesson be taken. Here do we think? Because our leaders don't think, so we equally don't think. We behave like our leaders, no. What I say? Because I dare you taking lessons. Finia Kosu was the sub-regional. Gabon had Anka men not that speaker. Anka people would have called the woman and tell her, say, look, ya ne di ubaye. Ni uye idie alabraka. So behave like a human being.
Now we see
with your bar. Me see for na me the Alan they see for. Alan said
Kessben 92.9.
Alan said Oma intimidating. Alan said Entino waja election no. Speaker
I was doing young Kubi.
Metina studio ha.
The Otia Kadio to do a
Metina studio ha ka say Alan is not on yet that or he's not cut for politics. Me come am for antimasie. Speaker bi bia maka studio bia man for di matem bia market to ho. Omu di me bobe bremi. They will keep on throwing stones to me. You are leading. You are leading. Alan will lead here from 2007. And I'll go, yes, sir. My resign was what? It was the same reasons Alan my way and Newe. And no, the 12 resignation letter. Me what? At that time, it was severe. Listo were ni studio ha. Ya bo listo were. Ya bo Maakye lampo. Ya Maakye ya banemo. Na Kwame. Na Kwame no cha Fosville. I can't. Ya buna maya paralyzing. At look or nam with additionism. One resigning. Ube deep position. Sa boys who ni momo. And then what's the sorry do? Oh, corner. And then I'll call Liberty Park. Echo cancer be bold. I wrote on Facebook. So don't be misled by this commentary. You'll be beaten and Alan won't do anything. And wait, Zakaria. I'm born in Kakrabino. Alan call hospital pay or some resign. The people who have I'm finding our time ever part to him because of you. Solomon Wusu.
Yeah.
Hopes now do ya baso babedidi because ya born crew and dinyaminti ebedidi. Hopes in your mama. Calling so Wusa Mankwa. Why you nama? Ya boy bien samwa. What your mama? Look at the people following you. Oh, PK no more. All of them, you've disappointed all of them for your personal interest. Or trust statement, you release it and no doom the phone or die. You don't do that. At least for nothing at all. Oh my ETIA says, 900 votes is just insignificant. It is over 200,000 voters no more from Hono. I won't come for. For nothing at all, coalition in a lusu. Ne who say wako any ya lusu. That Ben Allah who said you're intimidating. When?
Medase, but I'm not careful.
Me catch them. Me catch them. Say no Maakye. Leader nim, lead no woman no. Adani mo ne niska. Enti ba umia adani mo amento no fo. We me boss prekupe. Me bunu pa. Say what that political capital no. Bargaining chip no wanyabi. Or kanipa ya shortlist omu for the final round. Say me ye or no. So betie mia honorable Francis Adai mu. So betie mia undeclared support Emma Baumia. One politically say obeko election no to the end.
I'm not a Democrat.
No. What is democracy? He has contested. I am. But what? Is it not democratic to declare your support to somebody?
No.
Is that undemocratic?
It's undemocratic. My own go to the fullest. Let your candidate
go to the fullest. Joe Gatti, any appointment. Or say Ameya, any appointment. Adani Modi didn't get up. Among for more call the last time 2014. Akufa Mobia appointment. Adani Mo was not given appointment simply because only call to the last. Do you get it?
So
and I make sure see. You see, we just next state a ye womu
ye ni state bi abumasa
boss there principal there Adani has not gotten that opportunity.
So you are saying
to serve government, not to serve the government.
He has the capacity and ability to serve. We see the opposite change and say
align yourself. You have voiced and just following you.
President. The opposite no
align onisika campaign no because Maakye is paying that's why that's the implication. I am talking about the money to run a national campaign.
How much do you need to run?
Tell me
how much do you need
to deal with figures. You deal with data. Tell me
I say Maakye cafe is on because
Mr. Speaker, it is possible.
It is possible. No more to November 4 year. More 2024 ahead of you.
It is possible. Mr. Speaker, the only thing that has a concern EC limited registration. I think me as a person, Ofa Atiwa East constituency. You were 26,000 villages. Out of the 26,000 villages, it's all scattered from the district capital. I dispersed. Even the last town, Mr. Speaker, it has to take you through in Koko before you can connect to Weninem. And he also be our 18 years. Now he has to go through that ordeal. I say, or go through in Koko, or befa a brim, and son with me ababi si in Koko, and son or the ababi doing in now ababi ye sa limited registration. So banso na ese unya garanta. Assuming so ni Ghana kada so ba opini pam yenu kan ho ebia ne papa na ne maame na omde ne bana omoba behwe no moje voter registration mano. I believe that if it's about matter of finances, na say ECB to me a parliament and they request that some finances must be given here obi to me the opimwa nkeye. But that notwithstanding, I believe say the EC should know what she's doing. But if that is the case, and also interested as political parties yet that. But to tell you the truth on the background, the pressure about political parties also. And it means that political parties that don't have money might not be able to encourage the voter registration. And if you look at even the district assembly elections now, Mr. Speaker, it is sharply politically divided. Because it is the assembly members belongs to a political party that is shipping them in line to make sure that they could win to entrench the political position in any assembly electoral area. And it's an assemblyman where you political support. Now also your person or no mobilize register. It means that the budget alone for the assemblyman will not be able to handle that. And I should think that there should be some level of consideration. If that consideration is not showing up, then political parties would have to put themselves up together to ensure that Tuesday process here we will be able to put ourselves together on it. Mr. Speaker, Medeba Alan issue see. For us as a political party, Adia Bakwa and then they say he should be able to stay firm and glued to whatever it is. I've seen some flag be a bunting.
Flag
I pray and hope say it's not aligned to him, and yes, I'll be regret it. You see, Mr. Speaker, in our political dispensation, sometimes it will not help you.
Alan doesn't need anything again, Anna. All he needs now is to be president.
No, you see, Mr. Speaker, it is like COP Alex Mensah. Now we hear BBA, you know, he and so be IGP and yes, and I'm also. Make I can say the way Chief Alan is going about his issue, man a political retirement, and indeed he's received it. What is left is for him to become much more relevant in his political career. The account anymore.
Career
say, Mr. Speaker, so better say as
more intimidating
an old statesman.
Old statesman. Na Alan Jo Abakokra.
Mr. Speaker, the act and the same
active or president or retired.
And Kokra watching work, Mr. Speaker.
I disagree.
Mr. Speaker, you see, and one of the things are not hard, Mr. Speaker, with this internal contest, especially from the camp of Alan in Crawford. Ti asemwa ya abuabia samwa kokaye. Na ya abuabia samwa kra de ya na no ye memobo.
Oh,
adenta kura we huso adenta we huso.
That's all we knew adenta.
You won one
he
time.
He was a member of parliament.
One time.
Adenta has that track record.
Mr. Speaker, it has that track record, but you see, a wow sune obain. And I do be calling him. Now, when some more kind say, we Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, I had to say prekuna ya ton Muslim market. If you look at all these statements, you see. When it comes to internal contest, Mr. Speaker, we might be mindful of what we say because you don't know who becomes the leader next. That you may have to go and stand on the platform to be able to market that leader. And he's always very careful. Yeah, as a party, dear Mr. Speaker, we are resolute. Yeah, party in Penifua, we come on a decision. All is left is that we're doing the phone. It's better. I think he wants to have his peace, but some more job more Naminia Charles Canadian. Mr. Speaker, Omo follow Alan should know that that is his trademark. Okwa no abanechi. Okwa no abanechi. And so now we'll go all out for such a person. And Oshe Solomon Ousunumo, Mr. Speaker, how bitter they were, spoke evil about the government. And all right. It is quite difficult, it's quite challenging.